Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be comparing the iPhone 17 Pro Max versus the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, Apple has recently announced the new iPhone 17 Pro Max. There's a lot of excitement. I know there's many users out there that are looking to upgrade. So I wanted to compare the latest two models for the Pro Max, so the 16 Pro Max versus the 17 Pro Max. And I want to talk about some of the key differences. We're going to talk about pricing, display, cameras, processor, battery life, and so much more. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is price. Obviously, this is going to be extremely important when you decide to upgrade. And now, the new iPhone 17 Pro Max for 256 gigabyte, the entry-level device, is $1,199. So $1,200 for the 256 gigabyte. Now, it is important to note that this device does offer four tiers. So 256, 512, 1 terabyte, and 2 terabytes of storage are available for $2,000. Now, once Apple announced the 17 Pro Max, obviously the 16 Pro Max did drop in price slightly. Apple is no longer selling the 16 Pro Max. However, on a third-party reseller, perhaps a carrier, you can find this device for $1,000 or less for 256 gig storage, which is $200 less than, of course, the iPhone 17 Pro Max here. So now, with the price of the iPhone 17 and 17 Pro, it is worth putting more thought into protecting your device. That's why today's video is sponsored by ESR. ESR offers a great selection of cases, including the Cyber Tough magnetic case with camera control protection and a built-in stash stand, offering the maximum protection for your new iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max, while also protecting your device from an up to 23-foot drop, giving you that extra peace of mind so if you ever drop your device, you know it's going to be safe. With dual-layer camera protection and a full camera bar cover with a sync alloy camera guard and a built-in camera control cover, this three-layer design features a rubber PC backing, a flexible TPE soft shell, and an inner pro lining. The built-in adjustable stash stand ranges from 15 to 69 degrees and supports both landscape and portrait mode viewing for a perfect hands-free experience. With magnets that are 2 times stronger and a magnetic strength of 1,500 grams compared to 700 grams on other cases, this case features a secure and reliable magnetic lock that you can count on. Now, ESR also offers the UltraFit Armored Pro screen protector. The glass by Corning, the same supplier as Apple's cover glass, delivers a dust-free, bubble-free screen protector application, giving you peace of mind with 10 times the impact absorption. Now, the UltraFit tray ensures effortless alignment. A quick two-step application, on-screen quality achieves just 2.3% light reflection and 94% optical transparency, delivering brighter visuals, reducing glare, and more accurate colors. So make sure to check out ESR's tough magnetic case for iPhone 17 and the UltraFit Armored Pro screen protector. Links, as always, will be in the description down below. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the actual display on these devices. You may be thinking the newer iPhone may have, better technology built into the display, and you're going to be surprised to learn that both the iPhone 17 Pro Max and iPhone 16 Pro Max have a 6.9-inch display, the same HDR display, same pixel resolution and pixel density. We also have the same peak brightness on both displays. The only difference between the two is the cover glass. Apple features the Ceramic Shield 2 on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. This has nothing to do with the resolution or brightness. This is simply 3 times stronger, so if you tend to drop your device or scratch it a lot, that may be something you could consider, but in terms of technology on the display, nothing is new, only Ceramic Shield 2 for better, stronger display. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the cameras. I was quite surprised because I thought this year we would see a major leap in terms of camera technology, but that wasn't quite the story, at least in my opinion. So both devices have the triple camera setup. Now, the only difference here is that the telephoto on the iPhone 17 Pro Max is a 48 megapixel Fusion telephoto camera, which allows you to do the 8 times optical zoom versus the 5 times optical zoom on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, in the front, the selfie camera, this is where we saw some nice upgrades this year. So 12 megapixel front camera on the 16 Pro Max versus 18 megapixel center stage front camera on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which I find very interesting. It does feature center stage, so similar to iPads where the actual sensor would, adjust the ratio depending on how many people are in the shot. I think it's pretty cool, and it will shoot in landscape and portrait without having to turn your phone. So 12 megapixel versus 18 megapixel center stage on the front camera of the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I think we actually saw a nice upgrade on the front camera more so than on the rear cameras. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is battery life. Obviously, this one is super important important for most consumers, and the iPhone 17 Pro Max definitely delivers in this category. With the new cooling system, which is a new vapor chamber system built into this device, Apple has achieved great battery life on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, 39 hours of playback, video playback, when you're using the iPhone 17 Pro Max versus 33 hours. So 39 hours versus 33 hours on the 16 Pro Max. Now, the iPhone 17 Pro Max also can charge faster thanks to this new cooling system. You can reach 50% battery in 20 minutes versus the iPhone 16 Pro Max 50% in 35 minutes. So yeah, those are the key differences in terms of battery life and of course charging speeds. I obviously have to test these devices and give you guys my review down the road, but according to Apple's documentation, the new vapor chamber system, which is their new cooling system for the iPhone, allows the iPhone to charge faster. Also, the battery will last longer as your iPhone continues to stay cooler for longer. Now, your iPhone won't suffer from a dim display if you're doing an intensive task and things like that. But again, all of this have to be tested. But so far, in terms of battery life, I think this is the biggest upgrade in many years. So if that's your main concern, you may want to consider upgrading just because of the battery life and the new vapor chamber cooling system built into the 17 Pro Max. Aside from that, there really isn't any major other changes that I can mention on the iPhone 17 Pro Max versus the 16 Pro Max. Both devices are great devices. I would recommend anyone from an iPhone 12 Pro Max, 13 Pro Max, and even perhaps even the 14 Pro Max to upgrade. You'll see a substantial performance upgrade as well with the Apple A19 Pro chip on these devices. But aside from that, if you have a 16 Pro Max, I don't think you really have to upgrade this year. But again, it's always going to come down to personal preference and what your needs may be. There you guys have it. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.